Mayability, the podcast of the ARC Southern Maryland, where more than meets the eye. We are very social and pleasant people, even some of us who find it difficult to speak, make eye contact, or shake hands. I'm Rita Rich, and during a recent podcast recording session via Zoom, we heard from members of our community about how much they want to have fun in public places and settings without fear of being made fun of. They just want to hang out with all the people who get where they're coming from. Joseph, have you been to bars lately where you can just hang out and watch a basketball game, the WNBA, or on TV?
I ain't never been to a bar before, but I have been to a couple of basketball games in my life.
Hi, everybody.
You think you would enjoy socializing in like a restaurant?
Yes.
That's cool. Do you think we could find businesses to open up the doors?
We can find a couple businesses open up the doors for disability people. We can easily find that.
Would you go to a business that said, tonight we're having just a special time where people with all sorts of different disabilities and communications problems can just hang out and drink soda?
Yes.
We invited businesses who have helped our community feel safe and accepted in public places to participate in our community Zoom meeting. Chantel Thomas of the BJK Support Services brokerage firm in La Plata proudly talked about what her boss Beatrice Johnson has been doing, and even recognized one of the voices you just heard from.
We love giving back to the disabled population. We actually started the Groove Lounge, a lounge that's specifically catered to those that have intellectual or physical disabilities. So it is a place where you all can come and hang out. Mocktails are flowing. Joseph has always graced us with his presence, so we absolutely love seeing him. Our last event that we just did, our Juneteenth event, we actually had karaoke. Just a time to just relax, and it's completely free. It is located in Charles County. It's a little ways. It's actually located in Newburgh, Maryland, so pretty far, but we actually have partnered with the Moose Lounge 1053, and they actually let us reserve the venue completely free.
Now, Newburgh, Maryland is about 20 miles south if you're driving using Route 301, Crane Highway, from Waldorf, which is one of the major centers of commercial enterprises in Charles County. The lodge's address is 12445 Rock Point Road, which is also known as Route 257. Most months, except for this month because of the 4th of July, the Groove Lounge will be held at the Moose Lodge on the first Thursday of every month. They are looking for more places to sponsor and create more Groove Lounge spaces. BJK Support Brokerage is the company behind the lounges, and please reach out to them for more information. Check out the show notes on our website for more information. But for now, I see a telephone number behind you. Is that 901-2214?
Yep, that's it.
So if somebody's listening to this podcast, and it'll be mostly listening, I'll give that number again. It's 240-901-2214. If you have a nonprofit or a civic association space and you want to help the Groove Lounge expand throughout St. Mary's and Calvert County, Chantel Thomas is the person who's been speaking to us today, and I think she would probably be your best bet. And because you're helping to support our community podcast, See Mayability podcast is karma, we're passing it forward. That's why you're hearing this commercial, guys, because we want more people to be able to open up their spaces to help us serve you and have you socialize more throughout Southern Maryland, not just in Waldorf or La Plata. It's got to be a lot of different places because this is a pretty rural area. The good news is you can drive someplace fast. The bad news is it takes you a while to get places. That's the story. Joseph, yes, please, let's do some talking.
Y'all need to come out there. It's a good place to come. It's good socializing, good music, good food, good drinking. Everything is free. You don't have to pay.
Also on our Zoom call and spotting familiar faces on her computer screen was Teresa Thiedman. She's with SMCR, or Southern Maryland Community Resources.
That serves the IDD community. We are not an agency to which you apply. We exist to support those who are self-directed as well as those who participate in agencies. We provide opportunities that are either educational, recreational, social. Some of you I recognize have come bowling with us. Some of you, I think, do I see Christy there from our choir? I can't tell from the picture, but we have a choir called the Arts for All Singers. And the Arts for All Singers is made up of people who live with disabilities, as well as family members. And we are mentored by members of the Chesapeake Choral Arts Society. So we have sung several concerts. We just performed the national anthem at the Blue Crab Stadium. Ooh. And this is open to all of you. It is free to participate. Most of our funding comes either through grants, donations, or fundraisers. Our main fundraiser is the Solomon's Dragon Boat Festival. Have you heard of that? Anybody been to the Dragon Boat Festival?
I haven't been, but I've heard of it.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, we need you to come down August 17th. But more than come down, we have an exhibition race that is for people with disabilities. So you can actually get into the boats. We race against each other. I'll be getting in touch with all the agencies to see if anybody wants to do that. It's free for us to participate. It's not free for community to participate because that's how we raise funds through that event.
What does a dragon boat look like for those who don't have the benefit of watching us on Zoom, but are just listening to our podcast?
Sure. A dragon boat looks like a long canoe. Okay. A long canoe. People sit one next to the other. And you use one paddle. It's not rowing like crew. It's not, you're not gonna be able to see this on a podcast. It's not rowing like crew. It's one paddle that you paddle on the side and you all paddle together. So there's 16 people paddling and one drummer. The drummer keeps a beat so that everybody is paddling together. And that keeps the boat moving forward. And the more together we can paddle, the faster the boat goes to cross the finish line. So it's a lot of fun. It's very exciting. Of course, coming out of COVID, we're trying to get this back up and really going. You know, we love your participation, but if you don't want to paddle, we're also offering a tent this year where we're going to sell works that people make from the IDD community. So if you like making jewelry or knitting, or if you're really good in art and you want to sell some of your artwork, get in touch with me because we're going to have a vendor tent this year so that each individual can sell their own works and make a little bit of money.
Therese, I don't know if there are any thoughts you want to add to some of the activities that you have put together for our clients.
Sure. One of the other projects that we did this year was we created a fairy village for the Anne Marie Gardens Fairy Walk. So we have each of the counties in the art classes created a little village and we put them all together. So we have a nice big village of fairy houses that SMCR provided based on all of your artwork. So if you get down to the Fairy Walk down there, go ahead and check it out down at Anne Marie Garden because that's a nice partnership as well. Some of the other things we do besides bowling and art, we have game nights. We do virtual as well as in person. Since COVID, we've maintained our virtual presence because we are a big region, Calvert, Charles, and St. Mary's. And trying to get everybody out of their homes and together in person is not always easy. We have a book club. So together we read a book and we discuss it. Right now we're reading Black Beauty, talking about horses. We also go to theater together. So we have partnerships with Port Tobacco Players, Newtown Players. We've participated with other theaters, providing an opportunity to have sensory-friendly performances or just performances for our community to come in and see the work that other people in the community are doing and to interact with actors and musicians. So we try to get into the community.
Like the Groove Lounge, Southern Maryland Community Resources doesn't have a permanent building that you can go to. It relies on the generosity of other organizations to let it plan events in their facilities. I'll post more about how you can get in touch with SMCR or Teresa in the show notes of this podcast. See Me, See My Ability is a podcast of the ARC Southern Maryland. It works to connect the IDD communities and its allies because our area of Maryland is so large and wide-ranging. It also exists to help people with disabilities or new to living with or caring for the disabled, giving them information and supportive stories. So thanks for listening to us in your cars, homes, or workplaces. I'm Rita Rich, asking you to leave us some stars on your favorite podcast app and contact us via email at info@arcsomd.org. That's ARC, A-R-C, SOMD.org. And one more thought, if I may. While we're participating in the Special Olympics and watching the International Olympiad in France, our friends at Springdale Center are mourning a member of their family, a staff member of the La Plata Center named Janice Dunnington. Janice unexpectedly died this past March at the age of 57 in an auto accident. Our people are singing in her memory, and let's use this occasion to remember, even as we're having fun in the sun this summer, somebody else is missing their special someone.